Basically, this is on our website. You can find this, but it covers everything from taxonomy to distribution, agent growth, reproduction, different aspects. And we went through all of the literature, essentially from the eastern Bering Sea to Cabo San Lucas and the tip of the Baja Peninsula, and put every amount of information we could find in all these categories to find out where are the data gaps that we need to look at in terms of developing a research strategy for what needs to be filled in. And this information, basically, as we develop this information, we provide it to the National Marine Fisheries Service, to California Fish and Game, Alaska Department of Fish and Game, and agencies, so they can actually try to make informed management decisions. And so this is something I'd like to see other areas and regions start. It's very low cost overhead to get people to basically do literature searches to see what's available. And some other things, there's the other resources out there that I think are could play a key role in some of this, getting some of this information out. IUCN website, which is we had a meeting last week about. We're slowly developing with Nick and Lucy, which I think is great because you can get a lot of more regional information. Things like this life history data matrix could be something that could be developed along with the IUCN Red List information. And also, one of the things, again, with FAO, looking at regional guides and catalogs. As many of you know, I'm revising the Sharks of the World right now. Volume 1 should be out hopefully in a few months, and Volume 3 should be not far behind. But one of the things we did, and some of this, we've done a lot of work in Alaska, is we put together a small brochure because they often couldn't identify the skates up there. There's like 15, 16 species. And yet here, put together a simple little brochure, and now everybody carries it. Fishermen, Fish and Game, National Marine Fisheries Service, they use it. The observers use this now to be able to identify the skates, which were just collectively lumped in as skates. Now they can actually identify them as species. And other resources here, a little plug for some of the IUCN, different books that have been done from workshops that can be downloaded, and they're very informative. As I've been working on this here, I actually find a lot of useful information in some of these things that makes me kind of pursue it a little more. And finally, I just have one other little sort of conservation request, and this would kind of, I think, would cheer Sonia up very happily, that we could have an opportunity here, tomorrow particularly, to really help out a potentially endangered shark species. And so I'd like everybody to really try hard tomorrow to see if we can get behind conserving the San Jose sharks. They're vulnerable right now, but with the wind tomorrow, it could be near threat. If they lose, they might be in danger. But we want to make Sonia happy, so we really want to try to go for the win tomorrow night. Finally, I just want to thank everybody, Nick and Lucy especially, Save Our Seas Foundation, and these organizations have been very helpful to covering my fees that come up here and to supporting our shark program in Moss Land. Thanks very much.
Right, given how late it is, I think we'll let Dave off the hook for questions. So just before I close this session, I'd like to remind you that we're going to reconvene back in here at 7 o'clock, and this will be the chance where we can get down to some discussion and debate, and where you get a chance to really contribute your ideas for what the next stages should be. And so have a stretch, use the restroom, come back in, grab a slice of pizza, and also make sure you hand in your 3 actions to Lindsay. If you don't know what I'm talking about, see Lindsay and she'll give you a sheet where you can fill in your 3 actions. So thank you very much for your energy and attention, and I'd just like to close by thanking all of our speakers.